Welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex. Welcome to my returning subscribers. And if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to hit that like button on your way in. And also, I encourage you to follow, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. I said follow and subscribe. Y'all know what I meant. So I'm here to do a spread for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, titled or themed We Are Family, or something. I don't know how I'm gonna title it, but it's about your family, the energy surrounding you and your family. And you'll know whether or not this is your reading when I go through the past and present energies, whether or not it resonates with you. So yeah, like I said, I did say hit the like button, right? It really helps my channel out with the algorithm. I'm fairly new on YouTube, so it is my goal to get out to as many people as possible, but also for you to subscribe, because this, my dears, is my calling. This is what I'm here to do, to help guide people on their spiritual journeys. And to do that, I do have to be able to monetize it, which, you know, I'm not quite there yet, but I do appreciate your support and encourage you to stay. So Spirit, I'm doing a 7-card horseshoe spread for this read. And what else? Please keep in mind that it's a general reading and it can't and won't apply to every single person, but stay tuned. Maybe the next reading will be for you. Thank you, Spirit. Guide me to messages for the Gemini collective regarding them and their family connection. Is there anything that they should know to help them strengthen their connection? Anything they should be on the lookout for? Okay. Let's go ahead and cut this deck. I don't do reversals, so I'm not trying to cheat. I'm trying to make sure the deck's right. Let's do it this way so we have room to clarify. And let me get everything within the frame as much as possible for you guys so you can see everything. Okay. So Gemini, regarding you and your family, loved ones. Now mind you, everyone doesn't have blood family that they know of. So this is whoever your family structure was, even if it was you were adopted, even if it was your foster family, whatever the family structure was around you. Okay, this is for everyone, because we all have someone that surrounded us in childhood that was responsible for our rearing, even if it was a collective of people. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out, so as not to exclude anyone. So the Geminis that this reading is for, it looks like in the recent past in the family, there was a feeling of loss. But this is 5 of Pentacles energy. So this makes me feel like maybe you all come from a background of humble beginnings. I don't see this as a loss so much as, I mean, of course, many of us have lost loved ones. May they rest in peace. But the 5 of Pentacles energy for me through this spread is channeling more of a feeling of you started from humble beginnings, really felt like you weren't necessarily part of the most financially stable environment. You know, a lot of it's the same story, but it could go on a spectrum. You know, could be not having anything, not knowing where your next meal was coming from, to, you know, basically just making it but by paycheck to paycheck. And this is coming up in the reading because it's significant, because it may indicate that there's some lack mentality that's been transferred on to you, Gemini, that you may need to be aware of. But we'll go into more detail as I clarify. But speaking of lack mentality, in your present energy, though, it's everything but. You have Ace of Pentacles energy. So there's been a new opportunity presented to either establish a new foundation surrounding money. Maybe someone will pass on and left like a, I was about to say retirement, but left a will in which they will somebody some money or some finance. Somebody want a settlement of some sort, but some kind of way this is being presented to your family structure. So I will say that this Five of Pentacles energy gives me more of your upbringing regarding your family from childhood, early adulthood on, like, you know, mother, father, again, aunt, uncle, whoever raised your grandparents. But this Ace of Pentacles being presented puts me in the mindset that maybe someone left you some money or sowed a seed into your family, or something came along with regards to now your adult family. So if you are raising children of your own now, this very much feels like a Gemini who has been presented with the opportunity to kind of set a new tone financially for their own family or the family that they may one day have. So this hasn't necessarily been presented to your overall like family as a whole, but this is going to shift, or is in the process of shifting, some kind of belief or way of being that you were kind of born into. And now it's like you get to level up. So this could be a job. This could, again, I'm hearing some kind of will, or there's another word that's escaping me right now. But somebody left you something or offered you something. And in the near future, it looks like it frees you up to be able to take something from that and invest that money into something else. But before we go further into this spread, let's clarify this energy to make sure that I'm getting this message to the right part. So the Geminis, is nothing worse than getting through all of this, then coming back and clarifying and realizing that this wasn't you in the first place after I clarify. So what's this Five of Pentacles energy from the past for Geminis, Spirit? Yeah, that's definitely childhood. So it looks like the Geminis that this is for, you had a happy childhood. You wouldn't have known any different, but you all did struggle. You all did struggle. You had to sacrifice a lot to get by, but due to, I'm hearing a maternal figure in your family. I don't get mother energy, although it could have been mother. I'm hearing more somebody whose aunt or grandmother raised them. But due to their strength and their balanced nature and them understanding that, you know, one way or another, they were going to make sure that you had everything you needed. And so while you didn't have everything, you didn't have the most, the Geminis that this reading is for, someone made sure that you still got to experience the freedom of childhood and the sunshine on your back. And, you know, you got to play with, I'm hearing play with your cousins and all of that. It wasn't until later in life maybe that you even realized that you were supposedly didn't even have everything that everyone else had in the first place. But again, it's showing up in the Five of Pentacles energy because for some reason it's relevant to something that's going on in your life right now, which is this Ace of Pentacles. So let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles energy, Spirit, for Gemini. In the present energy, can we get a little insight into this Ace of Pentacles energy? Let's get a look at this Ace of Pentacles. And I'm reading all uprights today. Guys, it shifts with me based on what I feel for the energy. I'm an intuitive reader. So sometimes I read reversals like how they pop out. Sometimes I ask for all uprights. So today I'm doing all uprights. Spirit, please, for Ace of Pentacles, for the present energy for Gemini. Yeah, it's like a new foundation, new beginning. It's giving you the opportunity to save. This Three of Wands really does give me the indication that this is something that was brought into you based off of your connection with someone from the past. So it really does feel like, what is the word? Y'all tell me in the comments below. I've had brain farts before and y'all have been very helpful. What is the word for an endowment? What is it that you get through a will? Somebody's leaving you a... That is what this feels like. And I'm getting that from the Three of Wands because Three of Wands is about you drawing in what you want to use. So it's like your ship's coming in. Now, unfortunately, that means someone passed away, or someone, in most cases, if I'm talking about a will. But this also could be somebody like set up something for you that you didn't expect, but it's based off of a family connection. But whatever this is that's coming in allows you to create a new foundation for yourself and to move forward, to do things differently. It also allows you the opportunity to save. So if this is the case, and you're still with me, let's clarify what this near future Page of Pentacles is for you. I feel like that spirit, if you're not thinking about taking some of that and planting it as a seed to create this Four of Wands energy for yourself, a new beginning. Spirit is saying, even if you have a business idea in mind, go for it. If there's something nice you've been wanting, yes, go for it. Enjoy it. But also think about ways to take some of this, and it's like a small seed can create a humongous new beginning for you and generations after you. It's something you might have put to the side. A thought, I'm hearing a small thought, an idea that you kind of walked away from in the past. You might not even remember it, Gemini. So you're being asked to think back to something that you wanted to do, but the only thing that stopped you was having the seed money for it. It's not a huge investment, but the payoff has the potential to be humongous for you. You're being asked to think back. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, whatever it is. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands, Page of Cups. Whatever it is, it was something that spoke to you. Again, because these are pages coming out, it was like it came and it went because you just couldn't really invest the time, the money, or the energy into it at the time. But whatever it is, it's major because it sits forth this Wheel of Fortune energy. This is so interesting, by the way, Gemini, because I'm pulling this for a family read, but what it's saying to you is this is something that was spawned to maybe shift a generational, like if there's poverty, if there's always paycheck to paycheck, you know, all of that kind of way of operating, just surviving to thriving, basically. There's not a lot of energy about the specifics of your family dynamic, but it's important because it's about shifting some kind of financial way of being and operating. But whatever it is, it gets the Wheel of Fortune turning, which is like destiny. It's catapulting you into a better space and a better position. Five of Wands indicates to me there's some inner conflict, or there may be some hesitation, or you may question yourself about it. But Spirit is saying to just take a look at what about that opportunity spoke to you and how it fit you so well is what I'm hearing. It matched you very well. And again, I don't feel like this is something that's a huge investment relative to whatever is coming in for you right now financially, or whatever it is you already have access to. It's not like it's going to be the whole investment. This is really turning into a money read, is it not? In the advice position, we have, oh, wow, I just noticed something, but we'll get to it. We have the Magician. And the Magician energy is really about manifesting whatever visual of your life you have in your head, bringing it from bringing it from your head to your heart to this earthly realm, manifesting whatever it is, your heart's desire. Spirit is saying that don't fear. You have the ability to create more stability. A change of mindset is what I'm hearing. And this is where the family part really comes in, because again, I feel like, you know, a lot of times we have wonderful people in our lives, wonderful people that, a lot of us, you know, some of us didn't, but I feel this reading is for those of us who maybe they weren't perfect. I'm not saying they were perfect, but people who ultimately loved us, but they love us and they're able to love us within the parameters of what's going on at the moment. It kind of affects how they display their love. And if you grew up in an environment where you didn't have access to a lot financially, you didn't have a lot of room to make errors or mistakes, inadvertently we get handed on this lack mentality, it's not because they're not as smart as us or not as emotionally intelligent as us. We have to be considerate about the things that people before us experienced as well, and understand that they had to, oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. They had to operate in that way because otherwise they wouldn't have survived from one check to the next, from one generation to, like, they had to be able to support us. But Spirit is saying that now you have a little bit more freedom, even though it doesn't feel like that, to move than they did. So you can let go of some of that old programming and try to manifest something way bigger than what you've used to been seen, what you're used to have seen. I can't get my words out. Mercury retrograde. I'm a Gemini rising, by the way. Mercury retrograde in Gemini is really messing with me. But something different than what we're used to seeing or experiencing. Clarifying the Magician, we have 9 of Pentacles, heavy on the investing in yourself. And that might be the hiccup. That might be I'm hearing that's the hiccup. This is the difference between the previous generation and ours. So this is the part where I said the respect factor comes in and the appreciation for, even though they may not have imparted in us freedom of thought. You get what I'm saying? Going against the system, they did. A lot of them weren't afforded that ability. The risk was too great. The options too slim. You have the ability now to invest in yourself and do so without guilt. Because in the past, again, previous generations, whoever may have raised us to invest in themselves, there wasn't time to invest in themselves because it makes them better for us. There wasn't as many opportunities to make money back then either. So now Spirit is saying things are different. You have to understand why people around you and your family may be saying how risky things are. They don't really understand the way the world has shifted. They kind of do. They don't fully. It's okay to invest in yourself. The Tower card, that's like a rapid change, which is good. But Spirit is saying also allow this tower to fall. So once you have opportunity in your hand from whatever has been granted to you, this could even be an opportunity to work for a family business. It could be that a business was passed on to you, a home was passed on to you. Whatever it is, when you handle this situation, allow old programming to be washed away. Whatever idea you had before, it has the ability to shift the whole picture for you and generations after you. And I'm not talking about some get rich quick scheme. Again, I'm not talking about something that's the whole investment. Remember, we're talking Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. It's something that's relatively small, but it spoke to you on a spiritual level as well. And then King of Cups. We go from the page to the king when you allow the tower to fall. 5 of Cups is in your surrounding energy. So I do get the feeling based on that there is a loss involved with the acquisition of this opportunity or this money. Because now we're more into grief. Looking at what was lost. So if you did lose someone, I would like to offer my sincere condolences. It's pretty clear. 5 of Cups is 5 of Cups, especially with regard to what this subject matter is. But we'll clarify anyway, just to get more information. I've been wrong before. Let's see. Spirit, can you clarify the 5 of Cups is the surrounding energy? Yeah, it really feels like someone went away. And so right now, the grief process is at the forefront. Even more so makes me think of someone leaving someone money, because in the 5 of Cups, they're focused on the cups that have spilled over. And in this case, that could be the loss of the person and the grieving process for the person. But in the 5 of Cups, also there's 2 cups that are filled behind the person. And that could indicate the endowment, the money that was left, the home that was left, whatever financial assets were left behind. But you can't focus on that in the moment of grief. You'd rather have the person back. So let's look at this Five of Cups just to get more clarity. Seven of Wands. Four of Cups. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. Definitely feel like somebody left some money to someone. And there may be a bit of bickering. Which, you know, unfortunately all too common. Seven of Wands energy. I really feel like whatever this was, is, or was that's being left to you, there's a lot of opinions about what you should do with it, or who it should have went to, or something of that nature. And it might not even be combative. I'm hearing it's too much. It's too much is what I'm hearing. It's too much. Like you're trying to process everything that's happening, and it's just too many opinions. That's all I'm getting on that. Four of Cups. Yeah, like you rather have the person back. I think this is just more clarification, confirmation of what this is. You rather have the person back. Yes, you're being offered this opportunity as far as financially. Yes, it means something positive for you. Yes, it's going to bring about a lot of good. Right now, you're still grieving, and that's fine. Six of Pentacles. If you notice, there's also a bit of Justice energy in the Six of Pentacles. Upright is in the upright energy is equal give and take, and you notice that they're holding the scales of justice. So this is Spirit saying to me to say to you, don't feel bad about whatever it is that's coming to you out of this situation. That's another issue. Don't feel guilty about it. I apologize. My dog is losing her mind because they just delivered food, but I hope it's not too loud in the camera. But Spirit is saying, don't feel bad about this. This is something that this person cared for you. This person loved you, and they did it for a reason. And I'm even getting channeled messages that they did this because they knew you would do the right thing with it. So I don't know if there's other people in your family that maybe mean well, but it's like they would have ran through it, or they would have immediately sold a home without regard to, like, I guess it's legacy or the history behind. There's something about why they left it to you that may cause other people not necessarily to come at you, but they feel entitled to have a say about what you do with it, low key, whether they say it or not, because they feel like that they should have received whatever it is you received. So you're just saying, this is your just due. You don't have to explain it to anybody. You don't have to share it with anyone, because the energy you put out is what brought this into you. In the challenge position is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is giving me the feeling, again, back to this energy. A lot of people are feeling like they should have input. There's a lot coming at you about opinions about what to do. Even if they're not saying it, I keep hearing that. Even if they don't specifically say it, you feel that energy coming from them about either expectations, about giving it to them, investing it in them, investing it in something particular. So in the obstacle position is all of these options or opinions about where this money, sorry, my camera cut off. All these opinions about where this money should go. Also, it represents to me the guilt that you feel about taking even just one pentacle of it to plant and root something that could blossom, something that will change everyone's life. So let's get clarification on the Seven of Pentacles. Spirit, can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles in the obstacle position for Gemini? Pull Five of Pentacles, the Death card, Page of Swords. This makes so much sense. Very, 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 very rarely, and when I say rarely, I mean never, do I see the Death card as literal. But in this reading, very literal and equally figurative. So the Five of Pentacles is those who, and mind you, this was the old energy. This was the past energy. Guys, I'm so sorry about my dog if y'all hear her barking. This was the original past energy for you and your family dynamic, was really not having a lot but making do. Remember I said it's significant to this reading for some reason, which we went into understanding that this has to do with the mindset maybe that has been shared amongst your family for varying reasons. And initially that mindset was probably necessary, but this Five of Pentacles is popping up again when it comes to how you invest or what you do with that money that you receive. Now this Death card to me confirms, and again I rarely ever see it literally, that this again is about surrounding the passing of someone who has left something to you, but also the passing of that old mindset of fear. So for example, let's say you have $20,000 that was left to you, which in this day and age, unfortunately, it could change somebody's life in the sense of someone who is really struggling, but at the same time, it's not a whole lot of money and it can go so quick just based off of inflation today, okay? So you have $20,000, and out of that $20,000, you're paying off debts personal debts. Maybe you're putting money towards a funeral, and then maybe most of the funeral is covered. You put some of the money towards the funeral, and the rest of it, you're like, you know what? I really had the opportunity to invest in something. Maybe it's a small franchise, a small, a food cart for the mall. I don't know. But it's $1,000. Which, depending on how you look at it, isn't like a whole lot out of it after you've taken care of everything else. But you have another family member who didn't get anything, and they need help with whatever their issue is. And your thing is, this person has always been bailed out of every situation. It's always like, okay, we got to help Pookie and them out. We got to bail Pookie out of jail again. And that's how your family has always operated. Well, we're family. That's what family does for each other. But if you take this money and invest it in a different way, and Pookie decides he's going to stop getting locked up, then when he comes out, he may have the opportunity to even work for you. Or maybe this will make you enough money to put aside bail money for Pookie in a year or two. But this might have been a horrible example, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's bigger than that one moment in time. But because of the way your family is used to operating, let's gather up the money to pay this person's light bill. Let's gather up the money because such and such needs grocery. Not understanding how the long game can be more important and significant than this short-term situation that person will likely figure out in a different way. And you have Page of Swords also clarifying this, which is like people watching, gossiping, talking, looking, waiting, wanting you to do something for them, expecting you to do certain things, talking about what you should and shouldn't be doing. Spirit is saying it is what it is. To get caught up in it is to get tangled up in it. Take that how you wish. In other words, let them talk. Outcome, 6 of Cups. If Spirit is saying, if you listen to this guidance, if this is the energy surrounding you, if this resonates, 6 of Cups is the outcome. Meaning, whatever you do feels right. The outcome is not only a place of security and safety. It's a place that feels more like home than home has felt up until this point. It's a strengthening agent for the family is what I'm hearing. It's glue. It's the glue that binds together. So in other words, they might be mad right now, but they won't be mad later. And they will be okay. Because whatever this is, it feels right. Because it is right. It's something, like I said, that speaks to you on a soul level. It's an idea, a thought that you had because it's something that you're supposed to do. I don't know the specifics of what that is. Now that'll be different for each of you. Don't let people make you feel like you're selfish, because the reality is that whatever this is, it requires you to kind of be selfish in the eyes of everybody right now. And by you being quote unquote supposedly selfish, you're actually doing something that's better for the family as a whole. and better for future generations if you are planning on having a family of your own or do have a family of your own. Six of Cups is clarified by Two of Cups, Two of Wands, Nine of Swords. It's going to be difficult for you to feel okay because you're breaking a pattern, okay? Try not to let yourself get caught up in this distressed energy of thinking about why you can't please everyone and what everybody's saying and what everybody feels about you. And I know it's easier said than done, but this is why this is coming out under the Six of Cups energy. But look at this other energy, Two of Cups and Two of Wands. Basically, advising you to continue planning how you're going to move forward, because this energy, it matches you. It brings you in unison with yourself, as above, so below. Whatever this business venture is or this investment is supposed to happen, basically. So Spirit is saying, plan it out, look at the numbers, work out the options, but you are being drawn to this for a reason. But try not to let all of the noise around you have you like this, because you're not going to be able to control how your family responds. And I don't feel that this is the whole family for you guys. I feel like it's just maybe someone who is of importance to you. I don't get that this is the whole family. Someone who is of importance to you and you don't want to disappoint them, and you just don't like, everybody swear, cancel culture, everybody swears. I don't care what nobody said, but most of us care what people think, even when the person is wrong. Because that's the nature of when we love someone and we're empathetic beings and we can understand how people could feel the way they feel, even if they're dead wrong. We understand because we're empathetic people. So Spirit is saying, understand that, it's understandable you'll feel this way, but keep in mind that the bigger picture, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is why this person left this to you, because they knew you would do the right thing. Not only that, it's like really channeling heavily that they're going to be with you every step of the way. I even get that in this Two of Cups energy. They're going to be with you every step of the way. So while certain people in your family may have something to say or give you the look or whatever, understand that they'll be okay at the end of the day when it all comes together. They'll be okay. So anyway, Geminis, I hope this helps. Please don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 mark, okay? And that way I can invest more of my time towards my content for this channel. Right now, my time is split. It's neither here or there, but I would love to be able to focus on this full time. Either way, I hope you have a blessed, abundant, beautiful week ahead, and love you guys. Bye.